Hi, welcome to video 2, my second story. So this is about my first brush with politics in my very conservative Restoration private school. So I was in 3rd grade during the 2002 presidential election between George Bush and John Kerry. Hold on, I've got this pulled up. I had to double check. Yeah, John Kerry, that's his name. And I didn't know anything about politics. I'm a 3rd grader. I'm like 9 or something. So what I knew was that words Democrat and Republican existed, whatever that meant. I didn't even know how to know which one you were. And I knew from asking that my dad was voting for John Kerry. So I go to school one day and my 3rd grade class is having a mock election. So the teacher has us all put our heads down and says, raise your hand if you would vote for George Bush. Raise your hand if you would vote for John Kerry. All I know is that my dad's voting for John Kerry and I trust my dad, so I raised my hand for John Kerry. I did not know what I'd done. So it turns out that me and one other girl in the entire class of like 20 or 22 had voted for John Kerry. Everyone else voted George Bush, which is not a reflection of us. It's a reflection of our parents. But nonetheless, some of my classmates took this very seriously. So I was confronted after school by a couple of the guys in my class who were not supposed to be looking when we raised our hand, but still knew I voted for John Kerry. And they were like, why did you vote for John Kerry? Why did you do that? Why would you vote for John Kerry? And I didn't know what to say. I didn't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm a 3rd grader who doesn't know anything about politics. So they're like confronting me and I'm like, I guess I did something wrong, but I don't understand what's going on. So that was a thing. And then I think it was in the same year. So my 3rd grade year, election year. So 3rd graders are pretending to be interested in politics. I was waiting in line to go from lunch to recess next to my best friend. Best friend since kindergarten. And those darn boys, a couple of boys come up and they're asking everyone, are you a Democrat or Republican? Are you Democrat or Republican? Again, we don't know. But they get to me and they're like, are you a Democrat or Republican? And before I have time to say anything, my best friend grabs my arm and says, she's a Republican. She wouldn't be my friend if she was a Democrat. And I was like, I don't know what just happened because for one, I don't know if I'm a Democrat or a Republican. And for two, my dad's a Democrat. So why is this so extreme that my best friend ever would not be my friend if I'm a Democrat? So I'm like kind of concerned about this, and I feel like for our friendship to continue, my friend should know that my parents are Democrats because this seems to be a big deal. So we walk out on recess and I'm like, hey, I need to talk to you about what just happened. My dad's a Democrat, so like, why did you say that you wouldn't be my friend if I was a Democrat? And she said, well, Democrats believe in killing babies. And I'd heard of abortion. I kind of knew that was an issue out there. And I had to stand up for my dad somehow, and that was quite the accusation. So I basically just said, they honestly don't believe that life starts until you're born, so they don't think it's killing. And we moved on and continued our 3rd grade lives. But that's really the first time that anyone in my class showed interest in politics and that I felt the weight of the political bias in that school. So that's just always really stuck out to me. There's the end button there.